Welcome back, everybody. This is our final exam review, part 2, question number 1. There will be 5 questions, and so make sure you watch each of the videos for each question. Be very careful to study them and also go over them as far as how each one is done, because they'll be very similar to the questions you'll see on your final exam. So the first one is a bakery sells hollow chocolate spheres. The large diameter of each sphere is 4 centimeters. The thickness of the chocolate of each sphere is 0.5 centimeters. Determine and state to the nearest tenth of a cubic centimeter the amount of chocolate in each hollow sphere. The bakery packages 8 of them into a box. The density of chocolate is 1.308 grams per cubic centimeter. Determine and state to the nearest gram the total mass of the chocolate in the box. So one of the key things to do is we're going to now look at first find the volume of each sphere, and then we'll figure out the second part with the box and also. So one thing to keep in mind is that I'm going to draw a circle to represent the kind of cross section of our sphere. And so that diameter is going to be 4 centimeters. Now there's an inside sphere that represents the, I guess, the hollowed out area. And so if it's 0.5 centimeters in each side, so if you have 0.5 here, that's 0.5, and this is 0.5, that would mean if I take away 0.5 twice from the whole diameter, that would mean the diameter of the inside sphere would be 3 centimeters. And so we're going to find the volume of the big sphere, so volume of the big sphere, and then find the volume of the small sphere, and then subtract them to find the volume of the hollowed out sphere as far as chocolate goes. And so our volume formula is going to be 4/3 times pi times the radius squared. Radius is third power, sorry. And so the big radius, and then we'll write this down, so the big radius is half of 4, which is 2, while the small radius is half of 3, which is 1.5. So we're going to have, in this case, 4/3 pi times 2 to the third, and volume of the small is 4/3 pi times 1.5 to the third power. And the total volume of the total is equal to the volume of the big sphere minus volume of the small sphere. Okay, so when we do this, we're going to have 4/3 pi times 2 cubed minus 4/3 pi times 1.5 cubed. Now to make it easy for ourselves, I'm going to factor out the 4/3 pi from both of these. And we're going to end up with the greatest common factor is 4/3 pi. So 4/3 pi times 2 to the third minus 1.5 to the third. And so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's take our calculator, and we'll do 4 divided by 3, and then we'll times pi, parenthesis, 2 raised to the third power, minus 1.5 raised to the third power. Again, if you're not sure why it's 1.5, we found the new diameter of the inside shell of the hollowed out area to be 3 centimeters. And so half of the 3 is 1.5. That's our radius we're using. And so the total volume will be equal to 19.3731547. But to the nearest cubic centimeter, nearest tenth of cubic centimeter, I believe it's nearest tenth. There we go, nearest tenth. Okay, and so for nearest tenth, we're looking for 19.4. So we'll say in this case, our volume is 19.4 cubic centimeters. Okay, so that's our first part, and I'm going to box that answer. Okay, now, the bakery packages 8 of them into a box. So we want to figure out the total mass of the chocolate. Well, we definitely know we have 8 pieces of chocolate there. So we're taking our value of our weight of 18, or our volume of 19.4 cubic centimeters, and there's 8 of them. So multiply by 8, but then the density of chocolate, which means, density means in this case is that the weight per volume. And so we're going to multiply the volume by this density to find out the weight, which is 1.308. 1.308. And so we multiply 8 times 19.4 times 1.308. So 8 times 19.4 times 1.308. Now I'm gonna double check to make sure, because sometimes I miswrite things. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's good. Okay, and so we'll take this. So it's 8. So we have 8 pieces of chocolate. The 8 pieces of chocolate, each of them having a volume of 19.4 cubic centimeters. Multiplying that by the density of 1.308 grams per cubic centimeter, and we get 203 grams. So that's the weight, 203 grams. Okay, and that's going to be the second part, because the question is asking for, in this, the nearest total mass, in this case the nearest gram, total mass of the chocolate. So now the question would be, what if I use the non-rounded value? Okay, well, okay, so we have 203. What if instead of the 19.4 we use the original value, the pre-rounded value? Well, the great thing about the graphing calculator, we can do this now. So we'll have 8 times, and we just move the cursor up to the 19.3731547 and enter, because now this value has all those decimals that we did did not include. Okay, times 1.308. Okay, and so we'll see when that changes anything. And we see we had 202.7, but rounded to nearest whole gram, it'd be 203. So we ain't and we round off to the same exact value. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So with the full screen. So the key thing was we wanted to find the volume, and here we found really it's almost like a shaded region problem. We found one volume and took away the second volume to find the leftover volume, and then from that we were able to use the idea that there are 8 of these in a package. So we have multiplied it by 8 of these chocolate spheres, hollow out spheres, and then multiply the volume by the density. Now density is going to be, in this case, just the weight divided by the volume. And so you multiply volume by the weight divided by volume. The volume units divide out, and you're left with just the weight. Okay? I hope it was helpful, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the end of question number 1 of final exam review part 2. And I hope, and in this case, any questions or comments, please leave in the comment section below. Please leave me feedback. We'd love to hear what you have to say. If there's anything that I can help improve on these things, hopefully these are helpful to you guys too. If you found this helpful, please leave a like. We really appreciate it. Really appreciate that you have add likes to this video. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Turn on notifications to know when new videos are added. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and be safe.